Hey guys, this is Tigress coming back to you with episode 3 of Craftymon, and like I said in episode 2 today, I don't know whether the full episode will be mining. I'll explain this in a second, but it's definitely going to add that, but it's definitely going to be part of it. So I don't know how much of me go mining will actually be in the episode. As usual, deal gets what when basically I'll see how boring it actually. If it's not too boring and I can somewhat make it entertaining, it probably will be most of the episode, but if it's not, then we'll figure out things along the way. But this, and that I'll explain once I've slept. But guys, I've not officially slept in my new house yet. I've been on the world a few times since doing the house and all that lot. Since like making it and all that lot, and basically, I'll explain the roof in a second. But first, I had a few stone stairs left, and it's like I want to use them for something. So I was like, a nice little corner, little shelf here, because I can put like a nice little stair, like some chairs here, and just have this as like a nice little workbench. But first, I do need food. But literally, I think it was like right near the last episode. I caught this dude, Glazio. He was literally right over there. I saw the pre-evolution of him, and I was like, I'll get a pre-evolution, which I would normally do an episode, but like I did it in between. Also, guys, thanks for the continuous support on both episodes. Also, now, hopefully, I think I'm not 100% sure, but guys, I did. I don't very much doubt. I think it's potentially uninstalled itself from this. I have no idea. It will get to a point, guys, where I basically do just cut all those out, but at the minute it's kind of funny. I'm not going to continue to do it. We do have this nice open cave area that I've mined, got cobblestone all a lot. I've gone a good bit way down now. But first, I'm assuming it was just in case I had a spare one and I didn't want to like keep it on me. I did put some ladders on the back of the house just so I could climb up onto the roof. And in between episodes, I also made this nice little birch patio. I went over there, got some birch trees. I don't know whether they've regrown, but I made this nice little birch patio, and I couldn't be happy with this. See, I made my house, and it's like it's just a joke house, but now it does look nice. In between episodes, I also decided to do these the exact same color as everything else. It made it look so much more nicer. Like, you've got this matching up so much more. And annoyingly, I so want to put a gate, but it's like, I can't clear the path. I also did make it look like it was supported. You've got like a nice support there, and you've got a couple of those, you've got these, and you've got them there. Sort of just scattered around to make it look more like an actual thing. But yeah, this is Glacio's pre-evol form. I don't know if it's a 2-stage or 3-stage. At some point, I do want to go to the Nether. Well, that's at some point. And this is our first trainer battle. Wait, they can drop ender pearls? Probably a waste. 100% is, considering they're not that complicated to make. But I want a spare one just in case I find something else I want. Basically, I saw this and I was like, oh, I really want it, and I made one. I don't know how much iron I've got left. I don't think I've got much. Okay, so guys, for a good part, I've been kind of like, I shouldn't pick fights for trainers. I'm not strong enough, I really shouldn't. But, I'm kind of on the fence of where it's like, am I strong enough? Ah, big health potion. But yeah, guys, like, craft tubes really aren't like that. It's one piece of glass plus 4 iron. In the next few weeks, I plan to have an iron farm up and running, and I would have had one done by today, because I have been, like, I need one hopper, and let's see, as you can, yeah, I've got like 12 pieces of iron. That's all the coal I got, so it's, I just had enough to smelt. What I am gonna do, actually, you know what? I'm gonna make a sort of, I need supplies for this sort of thing. That's basically just gonna be, but I am also gonna take a tiny bit of wood with me. Also, guys, I did eventually decide just to go with acacia windows. Um, excuse me. I should have been a bit more prepared. But in the end, it was like, yeah, they look cool. I say this every time I record an episode, as usual. Guys, I don't know how long each episode of Craftymon is going to be. It's a case of how long do I record for. It's basically just a case of how long I recorded for, and how much of that episode how much of the stuff I've recorded is what I consider worthy. There. So yeah, guys, I did this, like, basically, I was looking at the house and I was trying to do the roof, because I was always into that in between episodes, just because I didn't get time to finish the last episode, and I didn't want to do it I didn't want to do it in today's episode, because all it would be me doing is literally building up essentially the equivalent of a staircase. But as I was doing it, because it wasn't originally a spherical base pattern, it was just a case of the front and the sides were just empty, and they didn't curve, and it just went straight up. I was like, what do I do with the sides? I was tempted to do acacia. In the end, I settled on this, and I overall like it. I do really think it's cool. I'm kind of tempted to fill in this with, like, slabs and just have, like, an upstairs, like, attic. But I kind of like the nice little view, so I don't know. But we are gonna... Is there any food? And guys, as I'm recording this, I've now remembered. Hold on, wait a minute. There's stuff I said There's stuff I said I need to do for New Adventures. Guys, if you don't watch New Adventures, it's basically a series I stream every Monday, Thursday. And I remembered I said I wanted to do a bunch of enchanting. I've not done that yet. Basically, guys, when digging down, I found this tiny little bit of iron, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get that in between episodes. No, not in between. I'm gonna get that in the episode. But I also did find out it also goes down. Well, I think I might have found the mother lode? Okay, I know I can get my lava from now. So, instead of what I thought was going to be digging in a straight line, we're going to be caving. Guys, if I have to choose between a safer option of mining, I'm going to choose the safest, which is strip mining, which is... I think it's better just because it gives you access to everything in a more of a better way. I should have bought a bucket. Okay, I definitely know where I can get my lava from. Because, guys, the only reason I haven't done the iron farm yet is because it's like, where am I going to get the lava from? Hello. And it's like, okay, I can see several different areas down here. I am gonna pick up anything that I do, for the most part, do see. I do at some point want to go to the Nether, because it's like, what's in the Nether? And it'll be same when it comes to the end. Now, one kind of benefit is I've got sticks on me, which means I can probably smelt a couple pieces of iron, which means I can make a bucket and then use that bucket to get to smelt more stuff. Like, this place is massive. Also, guys, I apologize in advance if this episode does just seem like kind of more boring, kind of more just vanilla, Minecraft-wise. Okay, guys, so a thing I wasn't 100% sure was actually still on is a shaded pack that I have for New Adventures. And it looks dark as anything. Now it looks bright as anything. 3 episodes in and I did not expect to be getting diamonds. So the strip mining that I will eventually do at some point will be done in between episodes. And guys, I don't do much in between episodes, it's just more... I'm gonna say grunt work, it's more... This isn't gonna be interesting, it wouldn't get included in the episode anyway. I may as well do it while I can actually sit, enjoy and watch something. No! Come on, Ferrix. Okay, this one thing can't wreck my 14, can it? Oh my god! It evolved! Okay, so I will need to at some point. Well, it evolved. So now the bigger question is, where was I? Okay, some other time I'll come back for you. We didn't get too bad. I will definitely go looking down there at some other point. But, like, I potentially might go back down there after I smack a load of this and, you know, heal everything back up. What I could do with is actual food, and if I'm not mistaken, I live right next to a village. Damn it. Of course I would have. So, out of Pokemon who I need to get to evolve, Glizzly started off as a pre-evolved thing. I don't know if it's got its evolution. Rexnum, no idea. That's just evolved though. Ominous, I know roughly what it looks like. So, it's not far from XP. Who I'm leveling up. And I believe my nice little Firebird, I believe, and when I get to a point where I can't run anymore, is this the diamond? I'm pretty sure. Close squids. Now, what I could very easily just pile back up or in fact dig back up. I kind of don't want to. I kind of got a funner way to do it. Now, okay, part of me is now regretting what I called the last episode. Because, guys, basically episode 2 was called Trouble because of the fact of what there was a few times where I got into trouble and all that lot, and when will I learn? But yeah, guys, I'm more. In my case, it was literally for diamonds. Right, so is there anything else worthy of me dealing with all this? Well, guys, why I know it's no world record for like the quickest amount of time that someone's got like diamonds and whatnot. Like, I know hardcore YouTubers get them in like the first like 20 days. Okay, I think that's enough mining. I'll have this chest as mining supplies. But either way, a nice decent bit of stuff. 15 diamonds, about half a stack of iron. I'm just gonna keep that water bucket on me just in case. But I'm going to show the area where I'm tempted. Where, see, I say tempted. Tempted is not the right word. Choice of words. It's one of the only areas that is somewhat near, but not too near. Basically, to build an iPhone, you need them to be 250 blocks away from any village. And I can't remember if I've marked out the exact area or not. But there was like an area over here that was like, kind of works. Oh, the little flame bird. Come on, Phoenix. You can do this, pal. Burn them brighter. Oh. Just gonna get another one ready, just because I know how this is gonna go, and it's gonna take all 4. I'm happy to say I stand corrected. But yeah, sort of in this general area. But again, I don't want to build it over here. Like, I don't know why. It's just like, yeah, my gut's telling me no. Although, my gut might be telling me no, but my stomach's definitely telling me that I've potentially made myself ill. And guys, for anyone that does wonder, don't know if I can keep this in anyway. I have no idea why. I'm just starting to kind of feel sickish. Although, benefit of recording, I can come back at any point. So, guys, I cannot exactly remember where we got up to, but basically what happened was I wasn't feeling 100%, so I stopped the recording. Took some time, feeling a lot better now. Well, I say a lot better. I'm feeling a bit better now, and within like the last 20 minutes, I've completely forgot what I've got up to. So, what I do remember is I went mining and I can't remember what happened after that. Now, who are you? Oh, never mind. Cats! You get back here. Excuse me, sir, did I out... Again, guys, at one point I probably will just get to a point where I'm either A, not needing to do it, or B, I just cut them out of the episode. I don't know how many of them I can actually carry on me at once. But I've got 4 render pills already, so... Well, I will say, guys, not the worst mining trip I've ever been on. It's kind of been productive. A lot better than the first one I did in New Adventures. And basically, anytime I go mining on New Adventures, I have to go a decent bit away. Like, I have to go on a nice little travel and hope to find something. But for the rest of this episode... See, what's probably going to happen is... I probably, see, presuming knowing me, I probably going to end up cutting some of the like mining out because it wasn't as interesting as it could be because it was literally me searching around a cave. Although I think I now know what I'm calling the episode. It looks like a really cool little stingray, and it's kind of cute. No. Because the Gala region was the first region I ever played through because up until 2019 I'd seen some of Diamond and Pearl. I don't know if I saw all of Diamond and Pearl. I've seen all of it now, but I don't remember as a kid if I saw all of it. So I saw some of Diamond and Pearl, and the Chimchar storyline in Diamond and Pearl made me instantly like, oh my god, Chimchar's really cool, so is Infernape. And I instantly was like, I need it. And yes, when Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl came out, because up until that point, I had no way to play through the only regions of Pokemon. I came from that biome. But yeah, so up until 2019, I don't even know what made me get a Sword and Shield. To this day, I kind of do prefer Sword, but at the time, I preferred Shield. Because basically something I always do now is I get both versions and I make a choice there and then. And it basically comes down to me what legendary I kind of prefer. If I can't really shoot, like for instance, um, trying to think of an example where I've been like, yeah. Here's one. Sun and Moon and the Ultra games. I prefer Sun because of the anime because it's Solgaleo, because I didn't play them until that point. Because up until that point, it's like I was like, I want to see what I've missed in the anime, because I saw Diamond and Pearl as a kid. Never went back and rewatched Generation like the can. I've seen the odd bit of Kanto on Netflix, not seen all of it, unfortunately. With like his guys, his people. Like he did all of his journeys with them. In reality, I hadn't seen Kanto, Hoenn, or Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn. So I wasn't. So I didn't grow up with Ash, Missy, and Brock. Well, something I do kind of think is fun. Ash has always had a gym leader with him, and I'll get back to what I was saying about the anime. But in Kanto, he had Brock and Misty, the rock specialists from Rock and Water gym leaders. He had Clement, who was an electric specialist. Um, Alora's kind of the only exception, except he had trial captains with him, and he saw Hala on a regular basis, and he was the kahuna who was very similar to gym leaders. Plus, Ash, Misty, and Brock do show up in the series. Oh, you're kind of cool. Um, and then in Gala and Alola are the only two regions where he doesn't. But that's because, like, and I'll get to what, like, he does meet up with gym leaders in Gala. There was Karina, who he met up with, who he somewhat travelled with in Kalos. It was very brief, though. Hello. I'm coming back for you. But if I had to choose a gym leader from Gala, who I'd personally want Ash to travel with, I've got a couple. I'm going through them each, and I'll give my reasons why I don't think they would have been a great fit. Milo, I don't think would have been, because he seems a kind of bit too old. Nessa, I think would have been fine, and I would have loved to have seen it. Because from looks of it, she's this kind of happy go-getter, and Ash is kind of like that. So it would have been cool watching their like hyper personality sort of blend. So yeah, never mind. Now I've got spares for next time. Damn it. It's only because I plan to make an iron farm in between episodes because I know I can get lava. And I actually have a bucket this time. No, I made the wrong thing. Basically, I'll make a Alistair and the fighting specialist. I'm gonna say no. White Ash should see both of them. I'm gonna say yes to Alistair because I think it would have been really cool to watch Alistair sort of come out of its shell. I don't know if you were, my friend. There was a few of you. I'm pretty sure you were. Hello. You want us to prove? Okay. Flivio. Guys, we get a new friend. Basically, next episode, what I will do is just because there's definitely going to be a bit like some of that mining that's basically taken down. I'll basically go on an expedition. Like, I'll get some food. Hello. No, no, no. Guys, we're making a couple new friends. Hello. But yeah, so in between episodes, what I'll do is I will make the iron farm. And to be sitting and basically doing all the boring stuff in Minecraft. But I have to at some point, which is why I'm going to make the iron farm in between episodes. I was always going to, but we're going to anyway. But guys, we made 3 new friends. Level 7 Brock. A level 2 Squeakle. And then a level 5 Lipine. So, what I intended was to be a mining episode, guys. change to be mining and resources, and then making not one, not two, but 3 new friends. Like, they're so cute and adorable. I'm 100% using this as the thumbnail. They're just so cute. They're just adorable. And guys, if anyone does ask, yes, I am one. Oh, I need to. Technically, 4 new friends. I'm 100% that pet owner that 100% would be like, hey, it's fine, but I used to consider getting detention's achievement. But guys, look at our 4 new friends. Stay. I probably will use this as a literal. As the thumbnail, which means I should probably take the picture while I can. So, you back in your Pokeball. You back in your ball. You back in your ball, you back in your ball. Overall, guys, I'm happy that we basically went from having 3 last episode to having 8 this episode. I want to be like Ash was and, collect them all and, make new friends along the way. Also, finishing the discussion, how the hell? On gym leaders. Alistair, I think, would have been fine. The fairy type gym leader to seriously telling me the Alola champion needs to go from all the way at the bottom of the list to work all the way up. No, I'm not believing that. But getting back to the reason why I stopped watching the anime, I've never liked changes. Never have. So when Pokemon Diamond and Pearl ended and it became Black and White, I was like, no, don't like it. Along with the fact that Black and White is considered the worst, I think the worst one out of all of them. I think. And then I was like, no, not watching X and Y, that's just as bad. I didn't even know X and Y came out. Like, I'd completely stopped watching at this point. Sun and Moon then came out, and then Gala came out. More specifically, Journeys. And I think considered more better than Mega Charizard X. But Mega Charizard X is still broken because a Dragon Fire type who's no longer weak to ice or water can then blitz through everything. So, plus none of the gym leaders or Elite Four use more than 4 Pokemon, and you only battle 3 Mega Revolutions. Dianthus, Mega Gardevoir, Lysander's Mega Gyarados, and then the Mega Lucario versus Mega Lucario with Greener. If they ever do remake X and Y, I'd want them to do kind of what they did with Diamond, Shine, and Pearl, and that's take the training wheels off and take them up to the next level. I am going to sleep, but then that will be the end. But, like, take the training wheels off, and it's just like, wait a minute, and it's like, yes. I'd love to go toe-to, like, with, like, the Elite Four and them have stupid busted moves and me need to prepare. Granted, I don't want them to go and give them stupid perfectly, like, set, like, almost perfect and a perfect champion, but I'd like to see a slightly more competitive side from it. Because overall, I'm fine if like with games like Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl existing, how that Elite Four worked. If they're gonna scale the whole game like that, I'd be fine going back to X and Y and it being a lot more tougher. Like you got more broken stuff, you got them holding items and a lot, and you battle more Mega Revolutions. Like after you get your Mega Lucario, it's a mega every gym battle, every Elite Four, every boss battle, even the champions and all that lot. It's mega after mega, and you deal with them a lot more. It'd be really cool. Who knows what? I can't wait for Mega Legends EA to come out. I don't know whether I'm going to get to play it when it straight comes out or whether I'll play it at Christmas. Also, anyone asking will I be playing it on the Switch or the Switch 2? I'd love to play it on the Switch 2. But at this point in time, I don't know one. Which, guys, the funny story, last year, I think it was last year, yeah. Last year, I was like, I've had my Switch since it first came out. I want to upgrade it. So I bought the Switch OLED, the best version of the Switch at the time. And I was saying up until... Was it over last year? I said no, I think it might have been the year before. I think it was the year before. Yeah, it was the year before, because last year I bought my VR. So it was like the year before. I was saying that the only version of Switch I don't own is the handheld version, and I'd like to get it at some point. Would I still get it at some point? Possibly. Just to complete the collection. Because then I'll have the original version, the OLED, and then the handheld, the tiny little handheld one. But then they announced the Switch 2 this year. And it's like, great. But guys, I can't think of anything else I need to do. This will turn out where tomorrow, after like streaming New Adventures, I'm like, oh wait, need to add this in. But yeah, in between episodes, I will find someone to make the iron farm. It might be down that direction. It might be down that direction. But I will find someone to make the iron farm, I'll make that. I'll make more spheres, and the next episode, we'll go on an adventure. But either way, guys, this is time to sign off. Hope you've enjoyed episode 3 of Craftymon. It's really fun to enjoy, and I hope you're enjoying every. If you're new around here, please like and subscribe, and this is Tigress signing off. Bye!